From megaquake alerts, scorching summer, typhoon and build, Japan is changing fast. Now, if you're traveling to Japan soon, stay tuned as we break down the latest news and travel tips you can't miss. Hello, Jeff Tanagan here. I'm here to guide you through your journey in Japan. On this channel, I help travelers and visitors stay informed with essential travel updates, tips and insights for exploring Japan, and of course also the realities of living in Japan. So let's go with the first big news. Aside from Japan being so hot right now because of summer, everyone was surprised because of the 7.1 magnitude quake last week at the southwest part of Japan. In southwest Japan recently, people were worried about a much larger earthquake. So it was called a mega quake. So there was an alert and it was issued by the government warning of a mega quake. Now, there were many cancellations at hotels and inns because of the earthquake worries, but it was later lifted after no seismic activity was observed. However, there's a typhoon called Abil and it is actually in Japan. It's quite strong and you can just see in this map on its whereabouts until Saturday and Sunday. So if you're traveling to these places, make sure keep an eye on the weather updates. So it's actually expected to bring heavy rain and strong winds. So there were a set of cancellations because of the earthquake and another set was brought by the typhoon. Well, how does this affect you as a tourist or a traveler? Well, you just keep this 3 P's in mind. Of course, you, me, and all of us might encounter emergencies here in Japan. So number 1 is preparation. Be prepared and informed. You also need to do the downloading of emergency apps. So I have a separate video on that. Several apps that provide real-time alerts and information about disasters. Make sure to download and familiarize yourself with these apps before your trip. Another thing would be learn basic Japanese phrases. Knowing essential phrases like emergency, help, and hospital can be invaluable in case of unexpected situations. Also, you keep a list of important contacts, including your embassy or your consulate, in a safe place. So if you have friends also in Japan, make sure in times of emergencies, you know how to communicate with them. If you also have the resources to prepare an emergency kit, just a simple one. Okay, just like a flashlight, simple first aid kit, and water can be helpful in case of any emergencies in Japan. So Japan is ranked number 1 in terms of earthquakes per year in the whole world. The next P would be procedure. So understand emergency procedures. So when you come here, locate the exits, emergency exits in your hotel, train station, or any public building you visit. Next is to follow instruction. In case of an emergency, follow the guidance of local authorities and staff and evacuate calmly and orderly. Also, we need to remember the emergency numbers. For Japan, it's 119. For USA, it's 911, right? So just reverse 11 and 9, 9, 11. So that's it. Now the third P would be prediction. Stay informed with the predictions from weather forecasts. Although you cannot really predict everything, but when I say predict, it's like a smart and educated guess. And so please be updated with the weather forecast, especially when you are about to go to Japan. Second update would be the yen's roller coaster ride. For several months, the Japanese yen was significantly weaker compared to major currencies like the US dollar, euro, and pound. So this meant that foreign tourists can enjoy a much more affordable trip to Japan. Everything from shopping to dining out was cheaper for visitors from these countries. It was a golden time for the travelers to experience Japan without breaking a bank. However, there's been a recent shift. The yen has started to strengthen against the dollar and other currencies. While this is good news for Japanese economy, well, it means that tourists will now find prices slightly higher than they were a few months ago. While it's still possible to have a budget-friendly trip, some expenses might be a bit steeper than before. So hence, the recent strengthening of the yen is gradually reducing the cost advantage that tourists enjoy when the currency was weaker. However, Japan still offers excellent value compared to many other popular travel destinations. Apparently, this time it's actually going down again, so it's really a roller coaster. It may be $1 to 140 Japanese yen. So I'm not an expert at this, but this is what I see on the news. Third would be the electric suitcases. Imagine a suitcase that can zoom you around around like a scooter. So it's actually cool, right? Well, these electric suitcases are becoming popular, but Japan has a big problem with them. The Japanese government thinks that these suitcases are like mini motorcycles. So if you want to ride on the road, you need a driver's license, helmet, and other safety stuff, just like a motorcycle. Of course, don't forget your international driving permit. Now, this is a big surprise for lots of visitors who come to Japan because they can ride these suitcases freely in other countries. Now, to make things even more complicated, airports in Japan don't want people riding these suitcases inside either. So it's too crowded and it's dangerous. So if you're thinking of bringing an electric suitcase to Japan, be prepared to treat it like a regular luggage, not a speedy ride. Basically, Japan is trying to keep everyone safe, but it's also making it tough for people to use this kind of luggage. I'm at the middle of me thinking, is Japan living in the future or maybe it's still in the past? Well, it's good, but we need to have some boundaries on this kind of thing. Now, fourth would be the Space Mountain. Get ready for some bad news, Disney fans. So Tokyo Disneyland, super popular roller coaster Space Mountain, is closing down for a big makeover. It's been around since 1983 and has traveled a crazy long distance, like going to the moon and back almost 30 times. So don't worry, the basic shape of the coaster will change, but it's going to be way cooler with the new lights and sounds. Plus, there will be a new hangout spot near the ride. So it's going to be closed until 2027, so you have to wait a while to experience the new and improved Space Mountain. Next one will be the Hello Kitty and Expo buddies. You need to get ready for some cute stuff. Now, the Osaka Expo is teaming up with the Hello Kitty and her friends to make awesome products. They're making t-shirts, keychains, and other stuff with the Expo mascot, Miyaku Miyaku, and Hello Kitty together. Now, it's like a super cute friendship. So they had a big party to show off the new stuff and even had Hello Kitty and Miyaku Miyaku dressed up as mascots. You didn't buy these cool items online or at special stores. And guess what? There will be even more cool stuff coming out in fall this year. So if you love Hello Kitty and you want to support the Expo, you'll definitely want to check out these products. Number 6 would be giant Gundam coming to Osaka Expo. A massive Gundam statue is set to be a major attraction at the 2025 World Expo in Osaka and standing at 17 meters tall. The robot figure will be built from recycled materials of a previous Gundam statue. Now, the Gundam will have different poses with one knee bent and an arm raised, symbolizing reach for the future. While the original Gundam could move, this one will be static. The Gundam statue will be the centerpiece of Bandai Namco's pavilion, which is designed to look like a futuristic spaceport. Construction of the pavilion is almost complete. Number 7, Disney cruise ship coming to Japan. So get ready to set sail on a magical Disney adventure. In July 2024, Oriental Land Corporation, the company behind Tokyo Disneyland, announced plans to launch a Disney cruise ship in Japan. So this massive ship said to be one of the largest in the country. So we'll start sailing in 2028. Although it's a bit in the future, 3 to 4 years from now, but time flies so fast. So imagine a floating Disney theme park. The ship will offer exciting shows with beloved characters, delicious dining options, and plenty of swimming fun. It will depart from and return to port in the Tokyo area with prices starting around 100,000 yen to 300,000 yen per person. Oriental Land is investing a huge amount of money to make this dream a reality. With a capacity of about 4,000 passengers, the ship is expected to be a popular choice for families and Disney fans alike. So maybe that's you. Next, the 8th one. We have Osaka's Kaku Tower getting a thrill-seeking upgrade. So this actually new attraction lets visitors jump off Osaka's iconic Kaku Tower. It's now offering an adrenaline-pumping experience for visitors. So it opened in July 2024. The dive and walk attraction challenges participants to navigate an obstacle course around the tower's observation deck before taking a thrilling 40-meter leap to the level below. Now, this new adventure aims to boost tourism and excitement in the area ahead of the 2025 World Expo. For a fee of 3,000 yen, thrill seekers aged 15 to 65 can experience the heart-pounding fun. Now, the tower, originally inspired by the Eiffel Tower and built in 1912, has undergone several transformations in addition to the new dive-in wall. So visitors can also enjoy a 60-meter spiral slide opened in 2022. Let's go with the 9th update. So we have Sado Mine added to the World Heritage List. So after a period of tension with South Korea, Japan's Sado Gold and Silver Mine Complex was officially recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in July 2024. So the decision came with conditions. Japan must provide detailed information about the forced labor of Koreans during World War II at the site. So the mine, once a major gold producer, is celebrated for its historical significance and technological advancements. While the decisions was met with both joy and controversy, it is expected to boost tourism to the region. So make sure you can add that to your itineraries if that interests you. Last but not the least, Japan tops your visit wish list. So Japan has been crowned the #1 country that international travelers want to return to. So that's according to a recent survey by Japanese ad agency Dentsu Incorporated. The country's allure lies in its diverse cuisine, rich culture, and stunning natural landscapes. And despite the popularity of major cities like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, Hiroshima, and Hokkaido, many tourists express interest in exploring rural Japan. However, language barriers and lack of information about regional attractions were cited as challenges. Now, the survey highlights the enduring appeal of Japan as a travel destination while also pointing to areas where the country can enhance its tourism offerings. So if you can really go to rural Japan, do it. But if it's your first time, go with the big cities first. And then if it's your second time coming here, third time, go and find some hidden gems. So thank you for watching and staying updated with the latest travel news from Japan. So if you're traveling soon, remember 3 P's: preparation, procedure, and prediction for emergencies. Now be sure to like, subscribe, and comment with your own travel plans and tips. See you in the next video. And happy travels. Mata na, goodbye.